loan, but your payment's always the same each month. When you have a Visa or MasterCard, that's a revolving account where your payments change month to month. And the third way we would say having a good credit, add your rental history to your credit by going to www.rentreporters.com. Yes, you can add your rental history on for the past 2 years for only $45. Or if you already have a mortgage, that will be considered a good mixture. Again, this is Edmund Gary, the Doctor of Credit, wanting you to understand how you can get new credit, how to maintain it, and how to keep that good credit. And like we were talking about before, 35% of your score is based on making minimum payments on time. 30% of your score is based on how you handle your credit. Do not exceed your credit limit by more than 30%. You have a $1,000 credit line, you don't want to exceed it by more than $300 unless you're going to pay it off by the end of the month. Also, if you want to get the 700, 800 credit score, you need to be under 10% each month. That's how people get 800 credit scores, 700 credit scores. And once you get over 700, you get the great interest rates. People who got credit scores of 600, 580, 600, 640, you're going to be paying 17 to 21%. So the key is getting that good credit is make your payments on time. Keep your balances low. Another thing that I want to talk about is how to handle collections. If you have a collection report on your credit card and you haven't paid for it, do me a favor, do not pay it. After 12 months, that collection account will not have the same impact as it had from day one. The same with inquiries. You never want to get more than 6 inquiries in a year. Now, if you want to get that collection off your credit report, contact the creditor or contact the collection company, especially the collection company, offer them 40 cents on a dollar. And the reason why I say that, collection companies only collect 10 to 15% on a dollar what they normally get. So by you offering them 40%, that would be a great deal for them. But the only way you take that deal is they give you a letter in writing saying, we will delete this from your credit report. Do not pay them a dime before that. Now, once you have this writing in hand that they have agreed to delete this credit report, now you can forward that letter to all 3 credit bureaus in case they don't. Again, this is how you handle collections. Again, my name is Edmund Gary. I'm the Doctor of Credit Repair. And again, I want to go over everything that we talked about today. Number 1, when you want to go out here and you want to start looking at your credit, I suggest that you go to www.experian.com. For $1 down and $19.95 a month, you get your credit bureau to all 3. This way you can look at anything that's not right. Get your yellow marker, and anything that looks like it's not right, that's what you will go ahead and mark down. And once you finish with all 3 of your credit reports, then you want to send them by certified mail to the credit bureaus with a return receipt. And the reason why I say return receipt, they have 30 days by law. If they can't verify the item, it's got to be removed. And by sending it by return receipt, you know exactly when you received it. Again, we're talking about how to start out credit. Now also, if you have no credit and you want to add credit to your credit report, let's say you have an apartment, you've been paying rent for the past 2 years, you can now add your rental history onto your credit report. Just go to www.rentreporters.com for $45 fee. They will add your past 2 years or 3 years of how long it's been, as long as you've been paying on time. They'll add that to your credit report, which will make your score go up 30 to 50 points. Also, if you don't have any credit, I don't want you going out here applying for credit where you know you're going to get turned down. Go to apply to myjewelersclub.com. Myjewelersclub.com will give you a $5,000 credit line regardless of your past credit. And number 1, they report to all 3 credit bureaus. Your only fee will be a $100 membership fee, and you must have been at least $100 on your first purchase. So by adding on your rental history, adding on My Jewelers Club, keeping your payments on that $5,000 limit under 30%, your credit score will probably start at 650 and above, as long as you don't have any other derogatory item on your credit report. Also, you can build credit using secured credit cards with banks like Capital One, Credit One Bank, First Premier Bank, and Continental Finance. If your credit score is under 580, they're probably going to ask you for a deposit, like $300 down. But again, that will be your credit line. pay that on time for 6 months, they will probably increase your credit line. But you want to make sure, use that 30% rule. Do not exceed your credit by more than 30% unless you're going to pay it off by the end of the month. And if you really want to get the 700, 800 scores, keep all of your credit card balances below 10%. Again, these banks are Capital One, Credit One Bank, First Premier, Continental Finance. And now if you want to build credit and you don't want to go ahead and get a secured credit card, there's a place called Self Bank. You go to www.self.inc. For $25 a month, you can start a bank account, which would be a certificate of deposit. At the end of the 12 months, you get that back with interest. And each month, they will report to the credit bureaus how you're handling your new card. Again, this is going to www.self.inc. And also, we talked about understanding how your credit is scored. And these are things that I want people to understand totally. 35% of your credit score is based on how you make your payments. Make sure you make your payments, minimum payments, each month on time. Do not be late. Remember, if your credit limit is $500, do not exceed your credit limit by more than 30% unless you're going to pay it off at the end of the month. And if you really want to get to 700, 800 credit scores, keep all of your credit cards below 10% and do not get no more than 2 or 3 Visa or MasterCards. Stay away from store cards. Make sure you have a good mixture. Rental history, 2 credit cards, car loan. That is called a good mix. This is Edmund Gary, the Doctor of Credit Repair. Follow me every Saturday. I'm on Blog Talk Radio, blogtalkradio.com/righteous, RIGHT as in Tom, ELUS, hustle, HUSTLEENT, online every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. You can also catch me on my new show starting on Monday, June 22nd, on 1570 a.m. Gospel Station here in Morrow, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. It's called WIGO AM, 1570 a.m. for Atlanta residents. Or you can go online anywhere in the country at WIGOAM.com. And that's starting this Monday at 8:30, and we'll also be on Facebook Live at the same time from 8:30 to 9 a.m. You also can catch me on Facebook. I'm always writing little articles on Facebook. Also, you can catch me on YouTube. Just type in Edmund Gary, EDMUND. Last name Gary, Garey. Just type in Edmund Gary under Google, and I will pop up. And also, all my shows, my past 6 shows, talking about rebuilding credit, how to get credit with a second chance bank account. Just type in Edmund Gary, Garey, podcast, PODCASTS, under Google, and all of these shows will pop up on demand. Again, this is Edmund Gary, the Doctor of Credit Repair. And we're going to discuss one more thing, and we shall be right back. We'll be right back in 1 minute. This is Edmund Gary, the Doctor of Credit Repair, coming to you online right outside of Atlanta, Georgia. This is Edmund Gary, the Follow Me Credit Repair Show. Hang on, and we'll be right back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Edmund Gary, the Doctor of Credit Repair, back once again in the last 5 minutes of our show. And I want to go down over the things that we've talked about. First step I want you to do is go to www.experian.com to pull your credit reports. And by going to www.experian.com, it will cost you $1 down, $19.95 a month. And that way you can look at all 3 of your credit reports each month. And this way you can get you a yellow marker, mark down anything that doesn't look right. And then we're going to turn around. And send out dispute letters to all 3 credit bureaus for anything that's not right. And you want to send it by certified mail, asking for a return receipt so you know exactly when they got it. And by law, they have 30 days to verify it or remove it. Do not dispute anything online because it takes 45 days and will mess you up. So never do that. Again, this is Edmund Gary, the Doctor of Credit Repair. The second thing I want to talk about, you can add your credit. You can add your rental history to your credit report. Most people don't know that. Just go to www.rentreporters.com for a $45 fee. You can add your past 2 or 3 years of your rental history as long as you pay it on time. That's what I would suggest doing. Number 3, before you go ahead and apply for credit cards, I would say go to myjewelersclub.com. They will give you a $5,000 credit line. This way you can order different jewelry and stuff like that. But the main thing is getting that credit line. They report to all 3 credit bureaus monthly. Your membership fee will be $100. Your first purchase must be $100. But by adding that on with rental history, your credit will look great in the first 30 days. Probably you're over 650 to be honest, as long as you don't have any other derogatory items. And by adding on your rental history, it's going to add 30 to 40 points to your credit report. And this is Edmund Gary, the Doctor of Credit Repair. You can catch me online at blogtalkradio.com/righteous, RIGHTEOUS, hustle, HUSTLEENT. Also, you can catch me, and that show is on every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. You can catch me this Monday morning, June 22nd, on our first broadcast station, WIGO, 1570 AM here in Atlanta. Or you can catch the show online at WIGOAM.com. And we will also be on Facebook Live June 22nd from 8:30 to 9 a.m. Again, this is Edmund Gary, the Doctor of Credit Repair. I want to go over a few more things before our show ends. The next thing I want to talk about is, remember, talking about if you want to build credit with secured credit cards, Capital One, First Premier Bank, Credit One Bank, and Continental Finance. If you want to build credit without using a secured card, go to www.sel.inc. For $25 a month, you can open a savings account, which will be put into a certificate deposit. At the end of 12 months, you get your money back with interest, and they report each month to the credit bureau on how you're making your payments. And last of all, I want to go over understanding your credit. Remember, 35% of your credit score is based on how you pay. Make sure you make the minimum payment each month. 30% is based on how you handle your balance. Keep all your balances under 30%. 15% of your credit score is based on how long you've had your credit. 10% is based on new credit. Again, these are the tips I wanted to give you today. Edmund Gary, the Doctor of Credit Repair. And if you have a collection on your credit report, do not pay that collection. Number one, the only way I suggest paying a collection is you can get a letter in writing from the collection company and offer them 40 cents on the dollar. And if they agree, make sure they send you a letter saying, hey, we will delete this for this 40% payment of whatever the bill. 40% of $200, 50% of $200. Whatever works for you and them. As long as you get that deletion letter in writing, then you would send that to all 3 credit bureaus, so that way they would take that off your credit. Again, this has been Edmund Gary, the Doctor of Credit Repair, coming to you here from Atlanta, Georgia. Like that song says, follow me. You can catch me, Edmund Gary. You can catch me on every Saturday morning online at blog, talkradio.com/righteous, RIGHT, as in Tom, EOUS, hustle, HUSTLEENT. That's every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. online. Starting Monday, June 22nd, you can catch us at 1570 a.m. here in Atlanta, or online at WIGOAM.com from 8:30 to 9 a.m. June 22nd. And we will also be on Facebook Live, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. So once again, I thank you for following me. This is the Edmund Gary Follow Me Credit Repair Show. Thank you. And we'll see you next Saturday, and we'll see you this coming Monday. Thank you for following the Edmund Gary Credit Repair Show. And you also can catch me on YouTube. You can catch me on Facebook, YouTube. Go online, type in Edmund Gary Podcast under Google. All my old shows will pop up so you can get that knowledge that you need on building your credit. We're on here every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. at Blog, BLOG.